What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and you are not gonna believe this. Just moments ago on the Senate floor, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer came out and confirmed the arrival time for the stimulus reconciliation bill, and he said, we're going to get this done by Christmas. And this is your stimulus and infrastructure bill update. Now, this is pretty shocking because literally for the past couple days, all we've been hearing about is the CBO score that came out saying that over the course of the next 10 years, this stimulus reconciliation Build Back Better bill is going to be significantly more expensive than has been led on. And we've heard Senator Joe Manchin say he's not sure that he's necessarily on board and he's going to support this. And I've got the video footage for you of what he just said, but I've also got the video footage for you of Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer coming out and saying he's confident they're going to get this done and that they are going to convince Joe Manchin to get on board. Now, literally today, Manchin's going to be meeting with President Joe Biden, and we'll see what's going to come out of that. Maybe Senator Majority Leader Chuck Schumer knows something that we don't, that Biden's got some special trick up his sleeve to convince Manchin to come on over. I don't know, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, whatever comes out of that, I will be sure to share with you here on the channel, but I've got the video footage so you can see it for yourself, what Chuck Schumer had to say and what Joe Manchin just said earlier today about him saying he has got some major concerns, saying it's very sobering what he saw from the CBO. So you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in, get you caught up on the latest. A lot happening today with Build Back Better. But before we dive in, just wanted to also say thank you so much for all the support on that second channel, Steve Ram Finance. Really excited about it. Going to be launching closer towards the new year. If you're somebody that's interested in learning about growing wealth and personal finance, consider joining that channel. I will pin a comment down below. Click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications. I think it's going to be helping out a lot of people that are trying to start over right now. So really excited about that. But right now, let's get caught up on economic news. And let's start off by smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Just takes a second. I really appreciate it. Helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to come join the Ram fam, the viewing community, totally free. And if you got any specific questions for me, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is shoot me a DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. By far, best way to get a hold of me. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at this video footage I got for you. And let's start off with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer just moments ago on the Senate floor confirming the arrival time of stimulus.
Now on other Senate business and Build Back Better. In addition to making progress on nominees, the Senate's been doing the hard work of putting ourselves in position to finish our other high-level priorities for the rest of the year. Last week, we advanced bipartisan legislation that will enable this chamber to address the debt ceiling on a fast-track basis. For the information of all, the Senate will act tomorrow to prevent default. The Senate will act tomorrow to prevent default. The Senate could also begin processing the annual defense authorization bill, negotiated on a bipartisan, bicameral basis as early as tomorrow. Between now and the end of the year, members should also expect we'll hold votes to confirm even more of the president's nominees. And on a parallel track, the Senate's moving forward on the reconciliation process so we can vote on President Biden's Build Back Better Act before the Christmas holiday. Committees that received reconciliation instructions have been submitting their final text to the parliamentarian, the Congressional Budget Office, and to our Republican counterparts. Throughout the week, both Republicans and Democrats will hold bipartisan birdbath meetings with the parliamentarian. Meanwhile, I will also continue to meet with my colleagues, and I know the President will also continue discussions with them as we hammer out the final details of Build Back Better. This remains a laborious process, requiring a lot of precision and a lot of pieces moving together. I want to thank my colleagues and their staff, and especially the parliamentarian and her team, for their dedication and focus as we approach a vote on the floor. The work is not yet finished, but we're working hard to put the Senate in a position to get the legislation across the finish line before Christmas. I yield the floor.
So there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Just moments ago on the Senate floor, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer saying we're going to get all this stuff done by Christmas. Now, keep in mind the fact that we have heard that inflation hasn't been this high since 1982, and we're concerned that the CBO score that came out is saying it's going to be adding even more so, and Senator Joe Manchin is saying he might not pass this bill the way it is, that there's going to need to be significant changes that are going to need to be done to this bill in order to get his support. And I reported this to you earlier this morning and just this afternoon as we keep hearing more updates on this. And I'm going to be sharing with you the actual video footage of what it was exactly that he said. We've got it just right now, the video footage, so you can see it for yourself. Go ahead, take a look, and then let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
Senator, over here.
Senator,
okay there?
Yeah. So since we last saw you, that inflation report came out saying the U.S. hit a 39-year high in inflation. Does that tell you that Congress should wait until next year to do the Build Back Better bill, if at all?
Well, whatever we're considering doing, or whatever Congress is considering doing, they should do it within the limits of what we can afford. And that means having a tax plan that's fair and equitable and keeps us competitive, but also makes everyone pay, especially the wealthy, pay their fair share too. See what that spins off, and if that's in that 1.7 range, then we should be spending whatever in that range as far as I'm concerned. If it's whatever plan it would be, pre-K, child care, end of in-home care, then it should be 10 years. It shouldn't just be 1 year here, 3 years here, 5 years there, and that would be. I think it would be very transparent for the public to see exactly what they'd be getting for what we're spending for 10 years.
So you won't support it if these programs are temporary?
No, we're going to talk. We're still talking. I'm just, I'm listening to everybody, but, I'm just telling you, ask me about inflation is real. It's not transitory. It's alarming. It's going up, not down. And I think that should be something we're concerned about. Geopolitical fallout, we've talked about that. I'm concerned with close to 100,000 troops on the Russian-Ukraine border, and also with the continuous flyovers from China taunting Taiwan. These are all concerns of ours that we're very much concerned about. So we're very careful what we do. And I've always said the unknown right now is very, very great, and I want to make sure we can handle and take care of anything that does come at us.
So do you think that some of these unknowns, is this legislation becoming more imminent for you, or what are your conversations around a possible deadline or the urgency to get this done? Schumer says December 31st, maybe December, that he'd like to see this, or will it be even more than that?
I know people have been in a hurry for a long time to do something, but I think basically we're seeing things unfold that allows us to prepare better. And that's what we should do. Take advantage of what we're doing in a very litigious way, and making sure what we do and how we do it, for what period of time we do it, is something that we can maintain, manage. My grandfather used to say, unmanaged debt will make a coward out of the decisions you make. And we're now at 29 trillion, and we'll be pushing on to 30 trillion. And I'm sure that Mr. Powell, with the Feds, they're going to make some decisions pretty soon here. And I'm understanding that he is considering things that we've talked about. Quantitative easing should be reduced or eliminated as quickly as possible. And the interest rate is going to affect all of us if he has to increase interest to try to control.
Senator, what is your message going to be to President Biden today when you guys talk?
No, I don't have messages. I basically go and have conversations whenever the president calls me or wants to visit. We visit and we talk genuinely as person to person, as two people that have had the experience of being in the Senate, him much longer than me, understanding this process, and being extremely respectful and very friendly. He's been a friend.
Senator Graham said on Friday that in conversations with you, you were stunned, that was his quote, by this modified CBO report that came out. Is that an accurate?
Well, I've seen the Penn Wharton report. The Penn Wharton report, we've been working with a lot of different people getting cross-sections of what really was a true figure. And we've seen figures pretty high on that. And then when the CBO came back and confirmed that, yeah, CBO's figure was even a little bit higher. I think it's very sobering.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that number?
Have you finalized
your number?
Right back.
Have you finalized your plans? Are you going to the White House to meet with the president?
I'm going sometime today, I believe. It's either a phone call or I'm going over. I've heard both, so I'll find out when I'm going. It'll be later this afternoon or early this evening.
And are you going to tell them whether you want to do this bill now?
We're going to talk about exactly what happened on Friday with the CBO score and inflation reports and things of that sort. And I'd like to hear theirs first. the president's first where he's at and what his concerns may be.
Would you believe that CBO number? I mean, the White House says that, look, this is not offset the spending, but the Republicans say this is the true cost. Do you believe it's the true cost, $3 trillion?
That CBO is not a Republican or Democrat report. The CBO is a Congressional Budget Office, and they're nonpartisan, and they're going to give it to us the way the facts, the way we like it or not. And I've been very concerned because I've been seeing all the people. The Penn Wharton is a very prestigious institution, and I think a lot of people respect their ability for accuracy, and they have not been off.
You don't believe that temporary programs will stay temporary?
I just don't think that that's a fair evaluation of saying that we're going to spend X amount of dollars, but then we're going to have to depend on coming back finding more money. So you might as well look at the whole ball of wax, if you will. And if that cost is $4 or $4.5 trillion, and we're raising 1.5, 1.7, 1.8, whatever we're raising in that, and I'm concerned about paying down debt too. So whatever we raise, I want to make sure there's money going towards paying down debt. We have to start taking care of our debt and be responsible. And then if we don't, if we're not transparent and accurate, then where does the money come from? Do we go back and another bite and more funding, or do we just throw caution to the wind and have debt financing, which has been done by both parties for far too long?
What are you talking about with some of your progressive colleagues in terms of things like universal pre-K, child tax credit? Because Pramila Jayapal has said, though, that those are not red lines for them. It wasn't initially in their core priority as Pramila Jayapal. So are you guys looking at eliminating some of those, or just making sure?
I think everyone has to choose basically what we can sustain, and that's a 10-year program, okay? And, families, we're speaking to families now. Inflation has hit them and hit them hard in West Virginia and all around the country. People are seeing it daily at the food stores and grocery stores, at the pumps. Now winter's coming on, and that's going to take another toll on them. So people are very much concerned. They're worried. But when you think about where families are, they make decisions. Businesses, small, large, have to make decisions, and based on what their priorities are, what they can afford to do. And at times, all of you all do. We all make decisions that way. And government can't be any different than the people we represent. We've got to find the highest priorities we have and make decisions and move from there. So we'll talk, and I'm happy to talk to anybody and everybody. I've been very open, and I think I've been exactly where I've been from day one, have not changed, and still looking for a responsible way forward.
If they expand it, if the child tax credit goes away, the child tax.
We're talking about that too. We're meeting and talking about everything. The rules, how do we make the Senate work better? How can the Senate function the way the Senate was designed to function? With some civility and the way we should be treating each other, and not strictly down hardcore party lines and fighting on every issue because you have a D or an R by your name. I would like to think we all belong to the American Party, and we're here for a purpose and reason, to unite our country, keep our country strong and protected. And right now we're letting politics just tear us apart. It's absolutely awful to sit here and watch it happen. So my colleagues and myself will be sitting down. Is there ways that we can look at the rules that makes this place work in a more effective and efficient? And we're very productive, and right now we're not.
So you're open to the carve-out?
Well, there you have it, you guys, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. That was Senator Joe Manchin voicing his concerns. And do you think that President Joe Biden's phone call or meeting today is going to be able to persuade him otherwise? Or do you think he's set and that we're going to see this delayed out despite Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer's declaration, confirmation today that we're going to see this by Christmas? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to report to you guys whatever unfolds with that phone call with the President, Joe Manchin, and where we go with stimulus reconciliation, Build Back Better. I'll keep you guys up to date, and thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Just takes a second. Really helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Leave your comments. Share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, don't forget, hit the subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell. Totally totally free. Come join the Ram Fam, the viewing community. I'll keep you up to date. If you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And if you want to learn about growing wealth and personal finance, consider joining that second channel, Steve Ram Finance. I will pin a comment down below. Click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications. Going to be launching closer towards the end of the year with a ton of content to help people start businesses, start investing in real estate, crypto, stocks, and just hopefully change people's lives financially. But with that being said, you guys, hope this reaches you well. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.